Welcome to this channel. My name is Sebastian. The purpose of this channel and why I created it is to basically hold myself accountable and to become and log my journey as to becoming a profitable trader. Now, I'm new to this YouTube game, not to trading as much. I've been trading or trying to trade for 2 years now. It's been a journey, a tough one, and that's why I named the channel Perseverance, only because I believe to become a good trader and a profitable trader, you need to persevere. It's not easy, and anyone that does this knows this. Now, that being said, I've seen a lot of progress in the last 3 to 4 months. I've been seeing pretty consistent results. What a little about myself: I trade Apex. As you can see here, this is my PA account. My ninth one. Yes, I have blown 8 now. 7 of them have been in the last 3 months or something like that. The first PA was from the beginning of 2024. Now, what I want to start doing is doing daily recaps and maybe showing trade ideas for those of you who are new. I want to help those guys out, or girls, and just show how it works. Today was an interesting day. I'm going to get my trading view account up. The day started off. Where do we start off? Sort of on a slight uptrend, looking at the 15-minute. Sold off overnight quite significantly. It was working its way back up there. This was the 9:15 candle, so this was the market open. Anybody that is on YouTube obviously knows Patrick Wieland and knows his setups, bear flags and bull flags. This one on the 15-minute was a nice one. Now, I wouldn't take a 15-minute trade. I basically cycle through 5-minute, 2-minute, and 1-minute. I will look and see how things are positioning on the 1-minute, 2-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute, and take my trades off the 1-minute. That is why you can see here that I only use the 1-minute. These are just other ones that I've played around with. Today, not bad. It's pretty low on profits, but I'm trying to stay more consistent. And as the background said, where I saw this on Twitter, except I don't remember who said it, but be a professional, treat this as a real job. Obviously, I don't trade for a living. This is a side gig, trying to make some extra money on the side. I put this there to remind me, because like many people, I blow up. I get tilted and will blow accounts like it is nothing. So I decided to put this there. I put this there in the last couple weeks just to remind myself. That being said, let's do some trade recaps. I do not copy trade, as that did not work out in the past, and I trade one account now, one contract per account. So this morning, I did not catch this move. This would have been a pretty decent buy in hindsight. Let's put it that way. I used what is this called? The momentum indicator. What is that actually called? It is the stochastic momentum index. I tweaked it around. One day I'll maybe show the settings, but for me, it's a great way of showing that, because biggest problem was waiting for a nice pull up, like a breakout, and then try to take a trade on the pullback. Except many times I'd get burned. It wouldn't go back or start selling off. This is just a nice little indicator to show, listen, it's crossed over, selling off, could be a time for a renewal. So actually, when I looked at this setup here, if you can imagine what it would look like without seeing the rest, I saw basically this. I saw double top and it was coming back. This came over and I said, okay, this could very easily sell back down. We took the overnight highs. I figured it can go down and take out maybe the lows on the Europe London session. It did not. But if you look at this, which I might change this later on, if you look at the 5-minute, same thing. Based on, it hasn't crossed over yet, so there's probably more room to go. But after the first 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes even in the session, you never know what can happen. It can flip, go up and down, reverse, go right back down. So I stayed out of it. Even on 15-minute, again, it's another Patrick Whelan thing. 15-minute breakout or 50-minute range, it broke through. Great. Normally, if that's the case, I would look for a pullback, but in this case, we got pretty much this one maybe, but even still pulled back. This candle scared me. That's why I stayed out. This morning I also had some meetings, so I couldn't really trade, but let's find the first meeting that I took. Trade. I believe was in one of these evals. Now, I actually did trade it. Look at that. I forgot about that. I took a short. Actually, now that I see it, I took a short thinking it would sell off. Double top. Looked like it was exhausted based on also the SAR. What do you call it? Not SAR. Stochastic momentum. Got stopped out. And then I took another one, thinking that for sure now it's going to sell off after this candle. But it clearly went up. So I think at that point I switched over, and that's why I don't copy trade, because then I would have been pretty tilted now if I had 2 accounts in the red. These were probably, 9, 10 points each, basically. That would have been 400 down. So I switched over, quickly snagged along here. One of my issues you'll probably see over and over again is I do not hold on to trades. I grabbed a nice, 14s up to the 27s, so not bad. 13-point trade, and then I think I left that account for the day. Yeah, that was the one trade, 100%. And then I believe after that I went back to this eval, and I didn't actually yet. Took again FOMO. I almost did a very common mistake, and I chased the action. Almost caught the top. Somehow did, but I usually will buy right at the top and I get stopped out. In this case, I got lucky. So then, I believe at this point, I was only down about $100 in this account. This is 39 to 54, another 13 points roughly. And then, I had a meeting, so I was out for a little bit. I don't believe I took a PA trade until later. That's a lie. Looks like I took one here. So then at that point, I was feeling pretty good. Took a PA trade. This one was dumb. I went for a short below this candle, thinking this was pretty exhaustive. And I believe at this point, if we look, what time was this at? 22. Again, yeah. I, for some reason, thought this would sell off a little more. In hindsight, this is really dumb. We're still above the 20 EMA, and this actually, the index moved back as a pullback. And I like this action a lot, where it comes back, basically loads up, and then can explode again for a breakout, as long as we stay above the 20 EMA. Again, hindsight, it's 20, very easy, but this plays out very often. And if we look at the 5 minute at 10:22, yeah, it was still pullback. And at that point, I was eyeing this pivot point as a target. So that's why I figured there's still room to go. And at 10:22, it was still gearing up and going up, and so it looked really nice. And that is why at that point I took a long for 27 to 41. Not bad trade at that point. I believe now I really believe I had to take a break for a little bit there. And then in the P, I came back a little bit later. Here again, looking back at it, was just dumb for whatever reason. I thought I was going to go long, didn't, shorted, got a nice move. Should have been the play from the beginning. If we're below the EMA, there's really no reason to go long, and vice versa. Again, this played out great, and if we looked at this point, this is 12 o'clock. We are here in this movement, 12 o'clock. If we look at the 1 minute, sorry. Yeah, we could see that it didn't even reach the height of this one, this last push. So you can kind of anticipate this is coming down. And then if you look at the 5 minute at this point, that should make life easier. The 5 minute at this point seems to be breaking the 20 EMA. It's got room to go down. Usually this is the oversold, so you really want to be careful buying at that point. And I believe even on the 15, we were far away from the 20 EMA. So I believe, in my theory, we have room to come down, either down to this resistance or support, or down to the EMA. So that's why I took the short. Now, again, you probably could have taken this again and again and again once you see that it's struggling to break it. Hindsight 2020. And then back to, so I think that was it. And then I took one last trade at the very end of the day. It was a great setup. Perfect. Could have held it. Didn't really want to risk it. Took 9 points. Again, we came up. We're trending up. If we looked at I believe we took this trade right here. Again, yeah, the 5 minute was coming up. Had room to go up still. Yes, it slammed down, but still had room. Pivot point was far away. So it was kind of a slam dunk trade. These are the kinds of trades we look for. Even the 2 minute looked great. Yes, this was trending downwards, but I always look, if this is trending down, we're still above the 20 EMA and it holds, can easily go back up. Just lastly, to go back to my other PA, this is where things went off the rails a little bit and why I blow accounts, but sometimes it works out, and today it worked out. After this long this one actually caught me off guard, and I got a little bit of FOMO because this was what I was trading on the PA, and then I realized this would have been perfect. I got kind of angry. Took some wild trades here, ended up selling off a little more, grabbed it, could have kept going, ended the day positive. Now, that's why I do not copy trade yet. Hopefully one day I will, because stuff like this will get your accounts blown more often than not. So anyways, that is my recap for today. Again, decent, nothing crazy. These are fresh accounts. I got this PA last Friday, and these two Apex accounts I think renewed over the weekend. So started yesterday, decent. We're going to keep growing and hopefully growing the account. The goal with this PA is to not blow it. One thing that I struggle with is if I'll know that I'm not feeling it the day or feeling in the mood to trade, and I'll still force it, which is not good, because if you start off on the wrong mindset, you have a bad trade, you get tilted, and you blow up. That being said, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll be posting more of these, and hopefully with more success. Thank you very much.